The Dallas Cowboys came up short against the Atlanta Falcons. Final score 27-21. Making matters worse, he had several injuries in this game, most notably Dak Prescott with a cut to his throwing hand right there between the pinky and the ring finger, and a hamstring injury. CeeDee Lamb gutting through a shoulder injury. Not sure he should have been out there, but I digress. The Cowboys, again, self-inflicted wounds, questionable coaching decisions. They are just not good enough. That has been proven week in, week out this year. They are not a talented enough football team to win games like this. This is what ownership gets. There's a lot of blame to go around. Almost all of it is justified right now. They're just not a good enough team. Give me your one-word reaction to the Cowboys against the Falcons. One word. Ugly is, sad. They're all valid ones there. Give me your one-word reaction in the comments section. Let's begin with the injury news. Dak Prescott left the game, did not return with a hamstring injury. It was spotted limping around out there afterwards, making his way back to the locker room. Full severity not yet known. It might not even matter how severe it is. You are sitting at 3-5. The vibes are profoundly bad. And you have to wonder if it's even worth keeping your injured guys out there. You're only 2 games under 500, but it feels so much more worse than that right now. Quarterback missed 2 throws. Missed Tolbert open on a play that could have extended a drive on second down. And overshot one to Ferguson. Everything else was a tip or spike or throwaway. This to me is not the shit on Dak Prescott game. This is the coaching staff game, which we will get to here in a little bit. Plus like a few positives, I suppose. But Dak Prescott has the hamstring injury. CeeDee Lamb has the shoulder injury. And I don't really know why he was out there in the game. Unless Mike has him on his fantasy team. CeeDee Lamb was very clearly not right. And I will give him a lot of credit for trying to gut through and fight and not just roll over and take himself out of the game. At a certain point, man, someone's got to be the adult in the room, the leader in the room, and say, hey, you're not right. Let's pull you. And not bring you out there for a 2-point try where you need a miracle to come back and win the game anyway and get a free shot to your injured shoulder. I don't really know why he was out there. I hope he's okay. I'll tell you what, it's going to hurt a lot worse tomorrow morning. That shoulder injury is not going to feel good on Monday. A lot of things about this team are not going to feel good on Monday. So is the Cowboys season over? 1 for yes, 0 for no. Let me know in the comments section of today's show, the pinned comment, actually, of today's video. Is the Dallas Cowboys season over? Well, here's my number one takeaway from this football game. You did it again. You had so many self-inflicted wounds from this team. And I think that is a direct result of your coaching. Think about all the drives that stalled out in this game. Your opening drive, you get 3 points. You only got 3 because your Hall of Fame right guard blew a block on a screen that could have been a touchdown. 3 and out on your next drive after a 30-yard special teams penalty again, because every game you have a holding penalty on your opening kick, and I'm tired of it. Your quarterback misses an open Jalen Tolbert that could have given you a first down. Next play's a sack, no chance to do it. You then turn the ball over on downs after 3rd and 1 from the Falcons 44 because you ran a jet sweep to Lamb that was no chance of working. You then get a touchdown. Awesome. Turnover on downs on the next end of half play. It's fine. You wasted timeouts earlier, so it is what it is. You then, down by 4, ball at your own 35-yard line, 4th and 2, you run a failed fake punt that was never open, was never going to work. Why you did that, I don't know. Then you go 3 and out on a punt. because you had a false start on 2nd and 6, got yourself to 3rd and 7, got to 4th and 1, and you had 12 men on the field. So you punted on 4th and 6. And you're get a field goal on the next drive. You got the ball to 1st and 10. You pick up 5 on a scramble. And then you have a holding penalty. And now you're in 1st and 20. And you get to 3rd and 10. You run a tight end screen that goes nowhere. And then at that point, the quarterback's out of the game. You go another illegal formation on 2nd and 6. You don't get the first down on 3rd and 11. You get the ball to 3rd and 2 at the Falcons 34. You get that one. Backup misses an open play downfield to Tolbert. It happens. Misses Lamb. It happens. You eventually score in garbage time. The game's over. This to me is our coaching is not good enough. Our attention to details are once again not good enough. This happens every week. This team has a constant amount of just stupid, boneheaded plays, decision-making that just never makes any sense. It just doesn't. It doesn't. You are not a good enough football team to win with 9 penalties when the opposing team has 4. You are not. You did some good things. It doesn't matter when you're again down by 14 inside of 2 minutes. This coaching staff isn't good enough. That is clear to me. When they make a decision, I don't know. But it should come sooner rather than later. Now, today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. Go over to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS and get $50 instantly when you guys play 5. It is the best place to get real money sports action. Over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You pick more or less on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 100 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. Again, you get $50 instantly when you play your first 5. You don't even need to win to get the $50 bonus. It is guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. That's prizepicks.com/CLNS. Now, if you didn't notice, there was no Ezekiel Elliott in today's game as the Cowboys basically played one back and then seemingly benched the other one when he was the 12th man on the field, and Dalvin Cook, by the way. Elliott was a healthy scratch, did not travel. He has previously complained, spoken with coaches about his role, and end result was, okay, we'll give you another chance, and then he either wasn't going to play in this game, conflicting information out there, but the news today from the NFL Network was that he has been late repeatedly and has missed meetings repeatedly. And what are we doing out there? That doesn't make any sense to me, because how are you going to be a backup and not show up to meetings? I will say I thought Rico Dowdle had himself one hell of a game. 12 carries, 75 yards, 5 catches, 32 yards, the hilarious highlight reel touchdown catch. It was clear before the year began, and it is clear now. Rico Dowdle is the best back on this Dallas Cowboys roster. It has been that way the entire season, illness notwithstanding. Hopefully that continues. You have one more call up for Dalvin Cook. He had 2 carries, 8 yards, by the way. Deuce Vaughn did not play on offense. I don't have any complaints about that. It's fine. They ran the ball up the middle with pretty good success against a bad inside run team. This Falcons defense is just not good. And the offense, until they shot themselves in the foot repeatedly, moved the ball pretty well on offense. Now, we will see if we get any news on Ezekiel Elliott on the NFL trade deadline, just around the corner tomorrow. Don't miss out. Hit that sub button right now, youtube.com/CowboysTV. Let's go through the keys to victory. Number 1, you had good Dak Prescott for the first half-ish, and then he got hurt, and it still might have not been enough either way. You kind of stopped the run. This is slightly deceptive because Bijan Robinson had 19 carries for 86 yards. That's 4.5 on average. Algier had 3 yards per carry. 4 Kirk Cousins carries, mostly kneel downs, for minus 11 yards is kind of juicing your figures a little bit there. That kind of quickly becomes 26 for 111. And now all of a sudden you're kind of staring down the 4.3-ish yards per carry number. And it was like a lot of things in this game. It was not bad, but it just wasn't good enough. You could have pressured Kirk Cousins. You did a little bit. Carl Lawson, hat tip, 2 sacks in this game. I thought he played well. I thought DeMarvion Overshown played well. I do think you had a second offensive guy step up, both Rico Dowdle and Jake Ferguson. I thought both guys played well. Tolbert did kind of late, but you fed Fergie. I'm not too mad about that one there. You didn't really get your desperate team theory, though. I guess actually you did on the fake punt. That was the mark of a desperate team, and it wasn't good enough. I will say this, too, by the way. I thought DeMarvion Overshown played great. I didn't mention him previously. Once you get a healthy defensive end group / a competent defensive line group, you have a Pro Bowl player in DeMarvion Overshown. But like everything from this team, it's just not good enough. So overall, grade the Cowboys against the Falcons. I'll go a D myself. Let me know in the comments section of today's show.